let me just
No,
explain.
I understand. I'm just putting in context that there was a condition.
This is a list of people that will be checking policy for policy and advising.
No, absolutely. That's great.
What I'm saying is that, when the election held, this last election, Obi, Atiku, everybody said go to court. They were saying then, we will form a parallel government. You see, that's why Sean was asking, is this not inciting? Is not going to be anarchy? I'm saying in context, one is worse. You can choose which. Yeah, I just felt the DSS should have stayed out of it.
The DSS...
It seems apparently like a good talking point for the coming days.
A lot of people will point DSS to other insecurity issues happening across the country. We need to gather intelligence. But hey, what are you saying? Let's gather intelligence from Nigerians.
Right?
Quickly. What are you saying about these stories?
I like that part.
What are you saying about these stories, some of these other stories online? And I think naturally we should start from the Minister of Power statement. Again, we'll get to the JAMB conversation in a moment, but let's touch on other issues, because the Minister of Power said that Nigeria needs $10 billion yearly to achieve stable power supply. So if you do the math, $10 billion at the current rate, you know how much that is really, and it just dwarfs whatever it is we've been planning for anything, and that is a yearly amount. So what are Nigerians saying about this? Oloyede is the first user who says, then look for how you'll get it and build electricity for Nigeria. And that's Oloyede speaking first on the Minister of Power's statement on Nigeria needing $10 billion yearly. He says, that's how Nigerians will not forget your tenure as a minister. So how do you raise the money? I remember speaking with a top official in the APC, Senator Basiru, who was responding to the Lagos State Deputy Governor, who had said that he spends millions on power monthly. And he said, well, electricity generation is expensive, right? So how do we raise the much-needed funds? I know that the federal government is trying to touch on discourse who are underperforming, find ways around making them perform. But that question still looms. How do we raise money for the power sector?
Well, this next comment is very brief, but biting. There's no other description. Listen to this from Africa Stories. Stating figure with no vision amounts to failure. Well,
I am just concerned about, I've never seen a minister that laments like Minister Adelabo. He has series of, and I don't blame him. It's one of the ministries you should run away from being a minister in, because it has defied every government, from Olusegun Obasanjo to Yar'Adua to Goodluck Jonathan to Muhammadu Buhari. President Tinubu's administration now is trying to decentralize, whether that will, in a way. That's what I'm even suggesting at some point in my mind, given how passionate Wike can be in doing his things. I feel that Wike should be deployed at some point to that, because it's either the people that want to spoil power sector die or he will die. I'm just saying, because the power sector has defied a lot of things. 15 trillion every year. Where are we going to get it from? Which is why they are saying they should totally deregulate that sector, where everybody is going to be in Ban A, so that to attract investors. Now, some of us on Ban A, we're already crying. So imagine the poor people in that sense, the people who don't have all of this, to be able to pay the kind of amount they are asking for. So I can understand where it's coming from, but lamentation, again, is not going to solve any problem. Investors have to come in. We already made very unforgivable mistakes, giving licenses to people who had no capacity, either resources or in terms of skill, at the very beginning. So we hope that this is going to change at some point, where the minister will stop this lamentation. We need to see investors. What does it take? Let's talk to the people. If we have to outsource just to bring stability, and then we can, I don't know, let's just do something rather than lamentation.
All right.
You have the next one.
Oh, yes. Maybe we should just move on to yet another talking point. And I think this will just help us segue into the big conversation of the day. And that's, well, the JAMB registrar apologizing to candidates for error in the 2025 UTME results. So 379,997 will be retaken at the examination on Friday. So let's just let you listen to the JAMB registrar. He got emotional, but there were people clapping as well at the same time. So take a listen to what he said.
Today marks a moment we shall not soon forget. a day that should have been filled with celebration for what was, until recently, regarded as our most successful UTM exercise. Regrettably, this joy has been overshadowed by an easily avoidable error by one or two persons. The unusual level of public concern and loud complaints has prompted us to do an immediate audit or review of what happened, which we ordinarily would have done in June. I want to make it clear that our review and investigation revealed that there are grounds for the complaints about our 2025 UTME result. 5 states of the Southeast were affected, but in terms of number, over 200, all of them coming from Lagos State, were affected, but 173,387 from the Southeast states. In clear terms, in the process of rectifying the issue, the technical personnel deployed by our service provider for LAG, Lagos and Southeast zones, inadvertently failed to update some of the delivery servers. Regrettably, this oversight went undetected prior to the release of the results. I appeal to the candidates and those affected by the error of our system to accept the explanation I've given as the truth on this matter. I apologize and take full responsibility, not just in words.
So that's the JAMB registrar there in tears. He got a standing ovation after that. But let's take a look at what you're saying before we dive even deeper into this one. JAMB HQ also put out a statement to that effect, which got a lot of people talking, saying that man proposes, God disposes, which is why I started the show with that statement, and gave an explainer. But I think that irked a lot of people, that statement, man proposes, God disposes. You see, Happy Mama, which is the next user, the next comment on this one, saying that 1 year of effort, studies, taking risks to go to and fro lessons and expectations wasted. When will they start appointing the competent people? Again, and I think it was Mr. Osita Chidoka that said this is a man who had consistently been at the forefront of innovation in JAMB. This incident, yes, it is a major one, should not be swept under the carpet. There should be consequences, but that's not to throw away all of the advancements up until this point. But absolutely, this must be dealt with appropriately.
I totally agree. The man has brought a lot of sanity to the administration of JAMB in that sense. So this is one that really is painful, and everything must be done to bring everyone responsible to book without discarding his efforts so far. Let's read from Global. Okay, James said there is just something very annoying about the incompetence in Nigeria, and it is that there is hardly any consequence for it, which is why we're saying there has to be consequence one way or the other. We've followed Oloyede for a long time in how he has managed JAMB. He's very strict, no nonsense and all of that. He's not perfect. I'm not even trying to make a case for him, but let's remember that he has done some good things as well. Whether he's going to honorably resign or he's forced to, is a different kettle of fish altogether. I am just saying that, look, whatever has to be done to make up for this mess must be done. Guys? Which
I reiterate would be to bring to account those 1 or 2 persons that the JAMB registrar referred to be made to face the full consequence of their action. I mean, we can't take it out of our minds that one person has taken their own life over what has been seen to be, it should have been avoided. Whether that person is even affected or not is what we do not know at this time. But again, we offer our condolences. And if there's an opportunity, there is an opportunity for the over 375,000 students to receipt for this exam. So 1 year may not have been wasted. So let's await the outcome of their own results for those who think that 1 year has been wasted. But that will form our very first talking point this morning, and we're going to weigh all of the odds and the ends, and especially how to ensure that this does not repeat itself again. So we'll be having 2 guests joining us after this time out. So stay with us. We'll be right back.